Audrey Hepburn once quoted, "Everything I learned from the movies." The fact that just a picture and sound can tell stories or teach people something is very interesting. Movies can be very funny, happy, sad, or even romantic. But what's best is that they can get very interesting. So sit back and relax because we are giving you a list of the top 10 most interesting English movies of all times that you can watch. Number 10. The Tourist. Starring Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp, this is a romantic thriller movie that no one should miss. A math teacher finds himself in an extraordinary situation when an alluring stranger places herself in his path, and it gets more intriguing from there. Despite its critic reviews, the movie soared and people voted it to be one of the most interesting movies of all times. Number 9. Perfect Stranger. Starring Halle Berry and Bruce Willis, this movie got all the thriller lovers' eyes fixed. Perfect Stranger is about a journalist going undercover to investigate the rich businessman whom she believes is responsible for the murder of her best friend. Going incognito along with the techniques that earned her a string of scoops, she hunts for the missing piece of evidence that will link him to the murder. Number 8. Awake. An American conspiracy thriller film is what everybody loves. Starring Jessica Alba and Hayden Christensen, in this movie, as the descendant of a wealthy banking family, a man undergoes a heart transplant while he's fully conscious yet unable to move. That's when he discovers the operation is slated to fail in order to claim his fortune. Number 7. Annihilation. Boasting a very unique and interesting idea, Annihilation entertains audiences throughout the movie. Starring Natalie Portman, this movie starts with a group of scientists entering a quarantine zone. A zone with many mutations including plants and animals due to an alien presence, and it gets interesting from there. It's a movie that you will not regret watching. Number 6. Shutter Island. This intense thriller in the vein stars the talented Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo. This movie begins with the search of a missing murderess that vanished from her locked room, where she leaves hints of her terrible deeds. They begin the search in a remote island and realize that the mission is more about facing their utmost fears. Number 5. Rampage. This movie about an ordinary man that goes on a killing spree gets more and more interesting by the minute. Starring Brendan Fletcher alongside many talented actors, the movie is loosely based on a true story about a man that thirsts for revenge, builds a full body armor and goes out on a rampage. This is one movie that will get your eyes fixed on the screen. Number 4. Murder on the Orient Express. Based on a novel by Agatha Christie, this movie is my all-time favorite. A murder takes place on a moving train and no one knows who did it. In order to solve this mysterious crime, passengers of the express gets together to find the culprit amongst them, and on doing this, a lot of other uncalled for truths are revealed. Number 3. Ocean's 8. Following the storyline of the other Ocean's sequel, this one is more interesting because a special crew of 7 women is assembled by a felon who has just been released from jail in order to steal a $150 million necklace. The tips and tricks that these women have up their sleeves will wow you from the very beginning. If you have not seen this movie, you have probably not seen the best heist movie ever. Number 2. Drive. Starring Ryan Gosling, this movie is based on a novel by James Salis. Starts with a skilled stuntman who helps with the getaway of criminals. He falls in love with a married woman who gets in trouble with her husband, who is a criminal, and in order for him to protect the girl that he loves, he realizes that there are rules that he has to break. Number 1. Inception. In this movie, Leonardo DiCaprio poses as a skilled thief who has the ability to enter people's mind and steal their dreams. Being a hot commodity in the corporate world, he realizes that his skill can cost him everything he loves, and the only redemption is to perform the absolute impossible, the inception. So there you go guys, you have your list. Hope you have noted them down so you can go and get intrigued and push the boundaries of your mind. Do like, share and subscribe to this new channel for more interesting videos.